Everyone, welcome. I'm not sure if I can see you all. This is new for me to do this live. So I'm just gonna go as if everybody's already logged in and ready to go. I was waiting, but it shows, I guess you really can't pay attention to the viewers that are on there unless you're actually broadcasting. So welcome, my name is Jennifer Johnson. Jen Johnson is what I'm actually going by these days. And I'm really excited to bring you guys some great content tonight. I'm, not gonna go into too much detail about myself because I wanted to pack this with a lot of insight. So I want you guys to definitely take notes. Silence your phones, put your kids away. I'm going to pray mine don't come out here for the next, 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm going to show you guys some things that are really going to help you be able to get a little more insight into Facebook, drive more traffic to your page, showing you some good content you could be creating and how to start really branding yourself in this industry as a network marketer, entrepreneur, and I'm really excited. So I just want to dive in. If you have any questions, please feel free to PM me on Facebook and we can get to those as well. So let's get started here, shall we? I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so hide this. I'm hoping you guys can see that. I believe Cassie, you're on, so if you can see me, let me know. We'll just make sure here. Oh, perfect. Okay, good. So you guys can see. Can you guys see my screen okay? Hopefully you guys can. So I'll ask Kathy. Can you see my screen? And let's see here. Oh, perfect. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and get started. So Google's always been one of the big to-dos for me. So let's just get going here. But, Facebook Secrets to Success, getting started. There's a lot of content in here, you guys. So I really, again, want to advise that you guys take notes. So the first things first, what we're going to go over tonight, instant credibility and likability. And, just a little heads up on me, I've been in this game off and on, I guess for the past 12 years technically, but really full-time in it for the past year. And, I've partnered with some amazing people who really I just locked arms with and taught me everything they knew. And so this is where, I've invested a lot of time and money into my training. And so here I am providing what I have learned to you guys, which is what I'm going to be teaching you to do as well. So instant credibility and likability, we're going to go over your Facebook goal, branding secrets, a good profile photo picture, what to put on there, what not to put on there, going over your Facebook settings, your about section, which is really important when it comes to, being strategic on what you're putting there, any timeline tips that I can give you, and also an instant Facebook facelift that we're going to be able to give to your page so you can start seeing some instant results. So what I could advise you to do is either get out a tablet or your phone and go along with me when we get to that section to where you could start making the appropriate changes needed. If not, I'll be recording this. This is being recorded, so you can always go back and take a look at it again. So first things first, branding secrets. Rule numero uno, you need to start branding yourself, you incorporated. This is so, so important because a lot of times what we think is the obvious thing to do is to, talk nonstop about our product, our business, our company, but the company already has its own branding. You need to start sharing who you are as a person and who you represent as a person because people follow people. So this is a really important concept that we're going to be talking about a lot tonight. Facebook, it really tells your story and it's your own TV channel. So you really want to on your Facebook page, put a variety of color on there. You know, I see a lot of people who make it look like a home shopping network, okay? So we don't want to be doing that. You want to be sharing the lifestyle with people. Network marketing is so much more than just selling product and signing up people. It's all about the culture, and it's all about the relationships that you build, and you want to be, you know, portraying that on your page to make this be a community that people actually want to be a part of. You know, you want to talk about your values, your mission, your vision, your passion, and give some valuable content, you know, sharing with people what you know, because people follow people who know what they're doing. So you really want to show any insight and any training or anything you, for example, anything you write down tonight on a piece of paper, make sure you go and share this content with people, because you now have more value than somebody else may have. So definitely feel free to do that. So what is your brand? This is where everybody, you know, sometimes has a hard time figuring out what are you going to brand yourself as? What do you represent? What is your mission? Are you looking to help people lose weight? Are you looking to help people make more money? Are you looking to help people? And it could be multiple things, but you got to figure out what your niche is and really hone in on that. So starting with your profile picture says everything, okay? So you really want to make sure that you have a good, clean, quality photo, your best photo. Sometimes I see some that are really blurry, or it's a picture of you and your dog, or it's just a picture of a flower, or even a picture of product or business, okay? That tells me nothing about who I'm connecting with. If that's what I see on your page, or if that's what anybody else sees on your page, they're not going to know. So you want to make sure it's clear, good lighting, you're smiling, it's professional. And, you know, looking at these pictures, who would you connect with? You know, we have two very professional looking pictures over here. Oops, let's go back. And then over here, we have, you know, this guy. I mean, he could be a nice guy, but for all I know, it's really hard to tell. He's not smiling. He's wearing sunglasses. He's really far away. He's up against this dark background. It's just kind of hard to tell if that's someone I would really, you know, want to get to know. And Star Wars, I mean, who doesn't love it, I guess, right? But James here at Star Wars, I don't know anything about him. You know, I want to be able to see people. This is called Facebook for a reason. So let people see that beautiful face of yours, and, you know, have that be a little bit up close and professional looking. And not to say you have to go out and spend hundreds of dollars on a professional photo shoot right now, but just find a good quality picture. I can tell you a lot of the pictures I use are just ones that I take. So just a note to you guys on that. So now your cover photo is really, really important, because, you know, this can be where you have a little bit more fun. You know, look at John Milton, one of my mentors, amazing. He's one person I've learned so much from, by the way. So if you want to go follow him, I highly recommend that. But, you know, it tells a little bit about what he does, and he's giving a little bit of inspiration here. Like, this is his lifestyle. This is what he gets to do on a daily basis. He's a six-figure-a-year earner. He's been in this industry for years and years. And so he's really positioning himself here as someone like, wow, I definitely would want to connect with this person, because I want to see what he does, and I want to see if we could somehow mastermind together or work together eventually, right? Another perfect example, Eric Worre, the man himself. I mean, again, a very professional photo and another lifestyle cover photo in the back. You know, I always believe it's good to have some sort of inspiration going on here, you know, some sort of like tagline, maybe, not to criticize Eric Worre in any way, shape, or form, but he left enough room here to where you could do something like that. Or even on this side, if you want to put your website, you know, do not put like a replicated website or anything like that. But if you have a blog or a specific hashtag that brands you, you know, you can incorporate that into your photo, your cover photo. So here is an example, and FYI, I'm not picking on anybody or any company in particular. I just wanted to give you guys some examples of, you know, what an advertisement looks like. If I go to this person's page, I know they're with Unique. They've even changed their name to Unique. Okay, let's not change our identities here. You know, we are still our own person. People follow people. So it's really important that you just keep to your name and start branding yourself and showing people that lifestyle and who you are. Your cover photo should really represent something about you, but not putting up an advertisement, because a lot of people will come to her site and go, oh my gosh, I don't want to connect with her because she is going to try to sell me something and I don't want any part of it. So you don't want to get people running in the opposite direction, even though this seems like the obvious thing to do to get your product out there. It's definitely not the first way to go. Same thing here, you know, this person, it's all product, product, product. They changed their name to the company, and it's just, again, it's a cover photo of you, not an advertisement, okay? So this is where you guys can go ahead and get out your phones, get out your tablets. If you want to go to the Facebook settings, no big deal if you do right now. You can always just take notes. But this is where I see a lot of people go wrong, and where I have a hard time sometimes connecting with people I want to connect with because their settings are not set up properly to where I can do that. So I want to show you guys, you know, a few different things. So if you go to the privacy settings, you got to make sure your Facebook is set to public. It is so, so important that your Facebook is public, because you want as many eyes on your product, business, service, yourself as possible. You know, if you were to, you know, open up a store but not really put out any flyers and just kind of like let it be there, you know, people aren't necessarily going to go in there because they don't even know what you offer. They don't know, you know, you're just kind of keeping to yourself. So you don't want to do that. You got to make it public so you can get as many people going on it as you need. And, you know, also make sure that, you know, you're not, sorry, I heard my son pitter pattering. And, you know, you also want to make sure, you know, who can see your friend request, everyone, you know, who can look up using the email address, you know, just make sure everything's set to public and that everyone can see it. There's a couple things we're going to change on this next slide. Reviewing post friends tag you in before they appear on your timeline. So this is under timeline and tagging. You want to make sure that this is on. It is so important that this is on, you know, review posts, because a lot of people may tag you in things, and I've even seen spammers tag me in things, but I don't want it going on my wall. So this is where you can go in and look at pending posts to see if it's something you actually want to add to your page. I very strategically will only add specific things because I don't want to bombard my page with one certain thing in specific, or, you know, just with something where, you know, someone's posting and promoting about their Ray-Bans and they wanted to put me in the tag for whatever reason. So it's where you can really manage your page a little bit better, and who can see posts you've been tagged on in your timeline and who can see what other posts on your timeline. So just make sure that's set to everyone. And then here, this is a very, very, very important section. This is where I see a lot of people go wrong with your followers. Who can follow me? Everybody. You need to have followers, because a lot of times people are not going to friend request you, especially like people that are really savvy with this industry, people that you want to have connecting with you. I know for me, every now and then I'll be sending out friend requests, but for the most part, I'm going to follow people. It's kind of a asking permission to be friends, if you will. You know, look at people like Ray Higdon, or, you know, people that are maxed out on their friends list. You know, if you still want to get their content, you can follow them. But if their follower button wasn't set up, you wouldn't be able to. So it's really important that people can follow you, so that way you can see who's watching and connect with those people, and then decide if you want to be friends with them or not. So this is another really, really important piece for the settings, as far as settings is concerned. So where you would change this is if you go into your friends section and you go into manage friends. Who can see your friends list? You need to make sure only you can see your friends list. Why? Because you don't want other people going to your page looking for your friends, and they get to tell them about their business before you tell them about yours, right? Granted, they can always go to your page, but this makes it a little bit better. You know, you're able to really hone in and keep your list to yourself, and, you know, make sure that you're building and cultivating those relationships for yourself, and, you know, making it a little bit more challenging for someone else to take that from you. So just make sure you're hiding your friends. Okay, so the about section, this is where I see a lot of people, you know, where they're putting the obvious thing that they think they should be doing. However, so there's actually a new section here where you can put a little 2-sentence snippet about who you are. So as you can see, I'm a wife, a mom of 2 awesome kids, a singer, a business mentor, and a social media marketer, okay? And so you can add that if you'd like. And I mean, even here now, you can do like videos and things like that. What I find is they keep repeating over and over again, so it gets kind of annoying. But, you know, that's always an option, or I believe you can do a flipgram or something like that too. So in the About section, though, it's really, really key that you're very, you know, specific, but not too obvious with what it is that you're doing, because we want to create some curiosity here. So as you can see, I put CEO and owner at social media marketing. I don't advise putting network marketing because it does have a stigma about it that some people may have had a bad experience with. So you want to kind of cultivate your relationships with people and then explain what it is that you do. So, you know, I would stay away from your company. Again, you don't want to be branding the company. You want to be branding yourself. And the reason why we say that too, guys, is because companies will come and go. That's just the reality. And I know a lot of people on here might disagree with me and say, oh my gosh, I'm going to be with my company forever. It's the best thing. It's changed my life. And I'm never, ever, ever, ever going anywhere. Well, the reality of it is I said that same thing, and I've had to, you know, make those decisions to leave a company and go to a new one for whatever reason it may be. There's been companies that have been shut down. There's been companies that, you know, you just find, you know, there's certain things about it that you feel like you're not going to grow with it anymore, whatever it may be. So that's why you really want to stay away from branding your company, because if and when you ever have to leave that company for whatever reason, it makes the transition to the new one a lot simpler. Okay, and it creates curiosity. And what we don't want happening is people going, oh, he's with, you know, Lavelle, or she's with, you know, Unique, or whoever, and going and Googling that company. And what do people go to first? The first thing that they go to is the negative. So they're going to go look at some random blog that someone made that has no clue about what they're talking about. And they're going to read some sort of negative thing about our company, and then they're never going to reach out to you. So it's really important that you just keep it pretty generalized. And if you have a fan page or a blog, you can put, you know, Jen Johnson right here, this is my fan page. So you can, you know, direct people to other pages that you might have, and things like that. But definitely keep it generalized. You know, here, Benjamin, he's a good friend of mine, owner at James & Co. Barbershop, founder and CEO at Social Entrepreneur, and founder and CEO at Inspirational Motivational Speaker, Hope Dealer. So this is a perfect example of how he brands himself. If you look here, Hope Dealer, look at his post right here, Youth Hope Dealer. So anytime, you know, that's his hashtag. That's something that he created for himself. That's something that you can do, is come up with your own little hashtag. You know, one thing that I've been using lately is Dream with Purpose. That's my hashtag that I've been using. So anytime I post, you know, people can go check that out and see the things I've been posting about. So got likes, right? 9 ways. I'm going to show you 9 ways to attract your ideal peeps to your page. And I say leads, and I know some people get scared of that word, but it is leads. You want leads because leads are who you can build relationships with and help change lives, okay? It's just a term. So we're going to be talking about how to generate leads, how to generate traffic and get more eyes on your prize. Likes equal leads. And I've talked to people before who say, it doesn't really matter how many likes I get, I just want to change lives. Okay, but if nobody's liking your stuff, then how are you going to do that? Because who are you going to reach out to, right? So it is important to have those likes. So the first thing you want to do is be consistent. If you want to be taken seriously, you have to be consistent. Rome wasn't built in a day, right? So you have to have the long-term mentality, mindset, have a long-term vision. You can create, you know, goals, little goals along the way, but you got to know that this could take some time, but the more consistent you are, the better. So you want to post 2 to 5 times a day. If you have a fan page, you can actually schedule those posts. It makes life a lot easier. Number 2 is connect. Constantly be building new relationships and you know, just learning new things about people all the time. Connect with 3 to 5 per day minimum new people, and not to say you need to do that with any type of, you know, any type of motive or anything like that in mind. Like, you legitimately want to be genuine in reaching out to people and just getting to know them, because here's the thing. You may reach out and get to know somebody and soon realize that that's not someone you want to have part of your business. It's called pre-qualifying. You want to start pre-qualifying people to see if they're, kind of interview them a little bit. When you start asking them questions and building that rapport and finding out what they're about, you're going to learn quickly if that's someone you want to even spend time sharing your opportunity with. So it's really important that you build relationships, and not everybody's going to turn into a lead or a sale or, someone in your business, but down the road, you just never know where that relationship could go or who they can lead you to. And number 3, you want to give back. So if you are stressing because you don't have the likes, the shares, and the comments, ask yourself, how often are you giving them? You need to be giving likes, shares, and comments to people, because the more you do that, this is the science behind Facebook. If you notice, I challenge all of you actually to go find a friend you have not been in contact with for a while, and you're going to notice they haven't been in your news feed, you haven't seen them, but if you go like, comment, share something, or private message them, you're going to start seeing their stuff pop back up into the news feed, because that's how Facebook works. That's how their algorithms work. They're only going to link you and share information about people that you're actually in contact with. So it's important to go through your own friends and just start connecting again so they can start seeing your stuff. And then ask yourself, if you were the other person, would you engage on the post that you're about to create? And a lot of times we can be biased to that because it's our product or our company. So we really, feel like, oh, of course we would. But you got to think about how you're leveraging it, how you're angling it. A lot of times I like to create curiosity with my product posts. And sometimes it won't even mention anything about my product, but it does get me leads. So I can show you guys some examples of that. But ultimately, you want to use the 90-10 rule. Only 5 to 10% should promote your business. The rest should be lifestyle, motivational quotes, excuse me, and inspiration, and just, sharing about who you are, other hobbies you may have. So keep that in mind. And number 5, you want to add value. So you want to ask yourself, who are you trying to attract? What is your niche? Is it health? Is it skincare? Is it, makeup, whatever it may be. And then you want to ask, what is the best way to attract them? How are you going to make that happen? And then who is in your niche? So again, if you want to go into groups and start connecting with specific people in your niche that would be attracted to your product, if you're in health and wellness, you got to go into those groups and start reaching out to those people who like to work out, people who like to, want to lose weight. Think about people who want to lose weight. I know for me, after I had a baby, I wanted to lose weight. So maybe go look at some, pregnancy groups and see what their plans are after having a baby. You can really extend your brain on this, on who you're connecting with and adding value to. So what groups can you join to connect with those people? That's exactly what I was just talking about. So what other hobbies or interests do you have that you could use to attract people to you? So, for me, I'm a singer, so I can go into some musician groups. I love to bake. I can go into some baking groups. I pretend that I know how to use a Cricut machine, and it doesn't happen. But I like doing crafts and things like that. I like to crochet. So I can join all these different groups, just start connecting with people, asking them about, crochet patterns or different recipes for baking, and build some relationships up. And they're eventually going to ask, when you ask them, well, what else do you do? Are you full-time? Are you this? They're going to ask you the same thing. So it's all about just building the relationships from an organic standpoint of really just legitimately wanting to connect with people and learn other things that pertain to your life. And then number 6, you want to use images. Obviously, the majority of people are pretty good with this. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, as we know. So you want to always be very strategic with how you're posting. Mix it up a lot. Educate, inspire, empower, be funny. Sometimes I'll post funny videos about my kids and things like that, or funny pictures. So, just think lifestyle. When you're out and about, if you're up against a cool background or in a cool area, take a selfie and put like a little inspirational thing next to it. And Canva.com is a great place if you're looking to, create cover photos, profile pictures, any type of posts. Canva.com is a really great place to start, to where you can start creating fancy schmancy profile cover photos. Word Dream or Word Swag are great apps that I personally use. PixArt I use, and just going into Google. I mean, we all go into Google Images and we find different things, and a lot of times I'll find a quote or something, and then I'll just use that quote with a picture of myself or with my kids. You can just recreate it to be you. That's the idea. So again, you can put your blog, your website, your hashtags on those pictures to really brand them to yourself. So if people do share them, it does have your information on there. Number 7, no dirty laundry, okay? No negative Nancy's, negative Nellies, or, I don't know, whatever those other names are, but let's be positive. And I know a lot of people think, oh gosh, it's just so cheesy to be positive all the time. I want to be real. You can still be real, but in a positive way. I know a great gal that talks about, I just saw a video she did actually on how draining life was for her when she first got involved with her business, and how overwhelmed she felt, and she has kids that she homeschools and this and that, but she was talking about it from a positive standpoint and helping uplift other people with that scenario, not just straight up going on there and airing some dirty laundry and calling people out or this or that. So you want to just, save the dirty laundry for your laundry basket and keep everything, always have a good spin on things that you're posting on here. If it's, if you're coming from an area of frustration, maybe find a cool quote that talks about the ebbs and flows of this industry and stuff like that. So there's many different ways you can do it. And then number 8, success breeds success. When you start having success, you want to share it. If you are on a weight loss product, or if your skin is clearing up from whatever your product is that you're using, or if you have other people that can give testimonials, just share those stories. I mean, they're great ways to get the word out, get a buzz going. And again, you can create some curiosity with this. It's really, I'll have to see if I can get onto my Facebook and show you guys what I mean by that. But you can really create curiosity. For example, I guess I can just tell you, I recently did one because our company had a flash sale going on for their energy shots. And I didn't want to just post our energy shots and say, this is the discount and check it out. I wanted to find out who even likes energy shots. Or energy drinks or anything like that. So I posted a picture of a few different energy drinks and I asked people what their favorite one was. It got 55 comments, something like that, to where everybody was answering like what their favorite thing is. And they were coming up and, some of them were talking about, their own network marketing company that has their own energy drink and things like that. That's great because they're in network marketing. I can connect with them and build that relationship. But there was other people who were straight up, I like Red Bull, I like this, I like that. Now I can go in and message those people and say, hey, we have a great sale going on with our energy shot. Would you be interested in testing it out for me and comparing it to what you're currently drinking? I personally don't drink energy shots, so I'd love your feedback. And they could get a great discount. I give them a $10 coupon, all this stuff. So this is how you pull people in. And then you ask on the back end, about testing out your product or talking about the opportunity and things like that. So just to give you a little bit of an example. And then, posting images of success with products, events. If you go to events, you want to be with every leader. You want to be taking pictures, just showing off how fun those are. Team growth, if someone joins your team, if someone's ranking in your team, you can congratulate them. People will die for recognition. So always be recognizing your team. Number 9, create curiosity. I've been talking about this. So, people want what they can't have. Give them a sample, not the whole platter. If you give away the whole, that's kind of how trailers are for movies, right? They give you little snippets so you actually go see the movie. I'm really big on this when it comes to sharing the opportunity. I never want to give someone my link unless I know for a fact that they're actually interested. If they say, no, yeah, just send it, I'll take a look at it when I can. That doesn't tell me that they're really eager to take a look at it. So I want to, work with people that are serious. So when you're serious about taking a look at this and you can give me a time on when we can talk about it or we can follow up on it, let me know and I'll send it right over to you. Because you always want to be creating that next follow-up appointment anyways. So, that kind of creates curiosity for people because they're like, dang, she's really serious about this. I wonder what it is. So you know, you always want to be just kind of keeping people on the edge of their seat and make them ask you, well, what is that? Because here's the thing, if you're constantly posting your product, your company, your service, nobody's going to ask you anything. They're going to go, we get it. You like makeup, or we get it. You know, like to put patches on your arm, or whatever it may be, you know, they're going to know, and they're never going to ask you because you're posting your link, you're posting your product, and you're never going to know. You're never going to know who would be interested. And number 10, oh, I know this is a big one for people, videos, okay? It is the highest rank of engagement. Always upload directly to Facebook, okay? If you ever decide to do videos, I really want to encourage you guys to do videos. And I know they can be scary, but you know what? I've been doing them since day one for over a year now. And people say, well, Jen, it's easy because you sing on stage and this and that. I don't like talking in front of people. For example, I have to give a speech at my sister's wedding in February. I am terrified. I have no idea what I want to say. I don't do that. Like, I can sing a song, but I'm not a fan of that. Even this, for me, a year ago, I would have been terrified doing this Google Hangout. But the reality is because of the videos I've done, I feel like this is no different. You know, I feel like I've done so many videos, I've done so much training, I've presented this exact presentation in public for people. And so I'm really, really excited to encourage people, you know, to do videos. As you can see here, videos increase information retention by 50% and speeds up the buying decision by 72%. This is huge, you guys. So here's what I'll say. Start recording videos, and even if you don't post them, just get used to doing them and watch yourself. And the more that you do them and practice them over and over, I mean, in the beginning, it would take me 20 takes. Even now, sometimes, if I'm just not on my game, it'll take me a few takes to get a video done. But the more you do them, you're going to be able to get them done in like 2 to 3 minutes. Your first take, you'll be done. You can upload it, and that's it. You start sharing it all over Facebook and getting it out, getting it reached to different people. So people follow people who they can get to know, and through video you can kind of just create this reality series of your life. And you know, even for me, I'm working on getting more into like sharing about my kids. I got to start incorporating my husband a little bit more, and maybe we'll start doing some singing and stuff like that. So videos. I really encourage you guys, if you're having a hard time getting started with this, send me a message and we can work on that together. So just to recap on this, you guys, create curiosity, you know, post 90% lifestyle, 10% business, create, you know, creative business posts. And, you know, even if you're just showing people, hey, you know, I made 20 calls today and I sent out my link to 3 people. Show people that you're busy. Show people what you're doing, that you went out and you know, blitzed for 2 hours and gave away, you know, 200 flyers or whatever it is you're doing. Just show people that you're working to, and that's going to really motivate your team as well. Brand you, not your company. And I know this takes a minute to get used to, but when you start following people, if you follow John Nelson, if you follow Nadia Nelson, Ray Higdon, you know, and me, I mean, if you follow me, you see, it would probably take you a second to figure out what company I'm with. Okay. And that's what you want, because you want people to ask you, what are you doing? You know, be sure you're liking, commenting, and sharing all the time. You know, 15 minutes here and there, just, you know, when you're on about and you have a few minutes to be on your phone, go through and interact with people, be commenting and putting, you know, make your comments stand out too. Create calls to action. You know, if you're asking a question, if you know, post that you're, you know, one of my friends did a sunglasses vote. You know, people love to give their opinions and interact with you when you bring them in. So if you're trying to buy a pair of sunglasses and you say, which ones do you like better? And you put them side by side, people are going to engage on that. Anybody that's engaging on your page is people you can reach out to. Hey, thanks so much for contacting, or for, you know, for commenting on that post. I really appreciate it. How have you been? I haven't talked to you in forever. What's new? Okay, this starts your conversation. So anytime you can get people liking and commenting, those are your leads. Do not post your website. As I mentioned earlier, your replicated website, do not post that, because again, if they go to it, they're going to look at it, they're going to Google it, and no, you're not going to even know that they went to it, and they're never going to talk to you about it. It's just how it goes. do videos, and inspire people. And above all, guys, keep calm and don't forget to be awesome, okay? Does anybody, I have one more thing I actually want to go over. So I will take questions, though. If you guys want to start messaging me your questions, you can. But my question is, how serious are you? Are you looking to go full-time? Are you looking to go part-time? What is your long-term vision in this industry? And how far are you willing to go to make it happen, okay? This is something I had to ask myself. Are you ready to step up and take your business to the next level? So here's some questions you're going to ask yourself, okay? What is your plan? Do you have a system in place to take that next step? And what I mean by system is a way to really capture people's information to follow up with them, okay? A way to have just your overall technical office, your actual back office of your entire business. What system do you have in place to keep everything running smoothly? How are you tracking people that go to your website? Because again, replicated websites don't really allow people to opt in or put their information, or it's not going to send you an email that they were there. They're just going to go view it and that's it. And the reality of it is, guys, our network marketing companies are awesome. They always give great training and things like that, but they're not going to be able to give you everything you need to set yourself up for success. That's just the reality. They're not going to show you how to boost posts on fan pages to create more traffic. They're not going to show you how to blog. They're not going to show you how to create a website. They're not going to, there's certain things that they're not going to show you exactly necessarily. Well, some show you how to prospect, but there's a lot of detail, how to make your videos rank higher in the search engines. There's certain things that your business needs to blossom that your company will not provide because they're focused on the product, which is totally fine, but you still need this other aspect, this other side that people are often missing. Do you even have a personal website or a blog? Blogging is huge. If you look at any big leader, they're blogging. Why? Because it's taking people off of Facebook, off of social media, and putting them in a place where all eyes are on you and your value and your content and your trainings and your Google Hangouts and your whatever you're doing. You can do virtual home parties from your blog. You can sell from your blog. You can do, the sky's the limit with the blog. It's really, really it's a big step, but it's a really crucial step. What about those that don't join your business? Okay, this is a huge one that really was an aha moment for me a few months back, is that I love training people. If you haven't noticed, I love sharing value with you guys. This is where I'm comfortable. Just giving people the things that they need to succeed, whether they join my primary business opportunity or not. I want to help people because I've struggled, but I've also had success. So, that's one thing that was really important to me, because I wanted to still be able to partner with people whether they joined my business opportunity or not. So how are you assisting the 97% that just need help? Okay, there's 97% of people in this industry that don't succeed. And it's a really sad statistic. And I'm really anxious and eager to turn that around just by helping provide people value, training, whatever platform they want to work off of. I want to have tools in my tool belt to leverage myself as a leader to be able to help them out. And maybe one day they will join my business opportunity if we've established that relationship on the back end with me just helping them become more successful in general. Maybe one day we will work together. It's going to strengthen your partnership, being able to offer people something like that. So what training are you getting beyond what your company offers you? We talked about that. Your company will offer you everything you need to get your products and services off the ground, but there's a lot on the back end that's missing. So the question is, what if you could have live weekly lead generation training from top earners? And top earners, I mean like Ray Higdon, Diane Hockman, like really 6- and 7-figure earners, okay, are providing this training. A full-blown funnel, website creator, and capture pages. So here's where I was saying, guys, people go to your replicated website, but you don't know who's landing there, right? So if you have a capture page, they will be able to put in their name, their email, their phone number, and they're going to go onto your list automatically. It's called a CRM software. Okay, so they'll be able to go onto your list. Even this whole blog, this whole Google Hangout I'm doing right now, I can turn into a funnel where people have to opt in to watch what I'm sharing, and then in turn, their name will go on my list. So I now know that they need help with something, and I can reach out and provide them with some training, find out if they're happy with their business, where they stand, and where we can establish a relationship. So that's very powerful. A professional WordPress-based blogging platform. World-class CRM software, which is a customer relationship management tool that helps you build your list, basically. And a powerful affiliate products that pay 100% commission. So if you were to be able to sell some Instagram training, sell some six-figure, earner training, whatever it may be, there's tons of training that you could sell with this system I'm talking about that would bring in a second stream of income for you, leverage you as a leader, and also be able to drive more traffic to you and your business. Okay, plus everything else you require to build your brand, build your business, and build the life that you've been dreaming of having for so long. So you guys, what I'm trying to say is there's an amazing system out there. I've been using it. It's up to you whether you want to really take a deeper look into it or not. I can tell you, what I saw the power behind it. I saw seven-figure earners I follow using it. And so I personally like to follow what successful people do. And I know you guys are smart and you probably want to do the same thing. So what I highly just encourage you guys to do after you get off of this webinar is go to this link, and you're going to experience this firsthand. JenniferJohnsonBiz.com. You're going to opt in. You're going to be able to go onto my list, which is great because I want to follow up with all of you after this anyways, so we can talk and see where you're at and how I can help you. And from there, you're going to be taken to a 20-minute video where my business partner, Brian Finale, is going to be explaining to you this entire marketing system I'm talking to you about right now and how you can utilize it to leverage yourself as a leader in this industry and learn everything that you need to know on top of, the products that you're actually selling. So, again, it's powerful. You're never leaving any money on the table. You're always going to be able to provide value or something to someone, whether they join your primary biz opportunity or not. Just being able to be an affiliate with this company. So does anybody have any questions? I want to make sure I get to all of you guys. And let's see here. So I really, really appreciate, you guys, and, want to thank you for coming on here. And so again, my name is Jennifer Johnson, or Jen Johnson. You can always email me at meetjenjohnson@gmail.com. And, I really look forward to hanging out with you guys here again soon. And that's it for now. Have a great night. Bye-bye.